blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and our home team. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
You ready?
March 49. Watch the run.
Snap.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Delta.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Shoot.
Get it.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards. Good for a Cowboy first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 5. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready, set, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm scared.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Huntley. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Huntley. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time. Operating from the gun, Huntley. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Running on 1st down, Eckler. Whoosh! And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Huntley. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Go now. Let's go. Let's see what you got. Go.
Elliott. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Cowboys 7, Chargers nothing.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Here we go again. 49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Check, 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 check. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Second and 4. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Here we go. 49, 49, guys. Mike, 49. Squeeze, double.
Hey, Mike.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert under pressure again, and down he goes again. Uchenna-Nwosu in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Clear. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Go.
Here we go. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Ricky.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Push him back. Right side. Drive on. Forward shot. 55 Mike, guys. 55.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. Touchdown, LA. Hunter Henry, 77 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along as they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Let's get it.
Ready? 18, Gator. 49. Buzz.
To throw on third down. Herbert. Cooper's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Get it.
On first down, Herbert steps away. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back. Hey, Zoo.
Mike's 49. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Tighten up.
Hey, Charlie.
49 to Mike. 49.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's going to go down again.
I'm ready.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Herbert. Flushed out right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Here we go.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there,
Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. Huntley nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now,
the pressure gets to him again. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Call that a 48-yard punt, and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Ready up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Back to throw. Herbert. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Cooper was the target there. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Safe. Delta. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, check. Mike's 5'4".
Looking to throw on second down. Huntley, he'll get this to Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Alpha.
2nd and 15. Eluding the pressure right. Johnson's got it complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Shot before break. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. To throw on second down. Huntley got his man. It's Williams. A gain there of 12 yards at a first down L.A.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On third down, Huntley. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Off-play action. Huntley. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
To throw on third down, Huntley. Then caught by Henry. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Draw play, it's Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Keep it up, defense, keep it up.
On 3rd and 2. Huntley to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I'm on.
Get it.
Again, it's Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
6 guys.
Greystone, travel.
Check. Joker.
Hey, Delta.
Check.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is caught. Amari Cooper.
You ain't doing nothing.
And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
At the Chargers' 10-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
49 to Mike. Watch 49.
Hey, box truck.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Cut.
Hit it.
From the gun, Herbert. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
That's just me and you. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 49, guys. Mike.
No. Hey, seam 6.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Bound to lose one. Mike's 40.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Derwin James with a pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
It's our time. Go. Wide. Get wide.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Come on.
Off the play fake. Huntley. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. A gain there of 21 yards. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. Less extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off play action. Huntley. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Huntley. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
On the set.
49's a Mike. 49's a Mike.
Spike.
To throw again. Herbert. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
49's a Mike. 49's a Mike. I got him. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. first down. Herbert, he's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Right back to him on first down. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did